What's going on, everyone? Today is going to be a pretty simple video. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible and as short as possible, but I'm just going to run over my POG2 and just how I use it, and then kind of give you some information on how you can get my settings that I have. So I'm not running MIDI. I don't have anything special to it. I just have a couple settings that I use all the time, and I've taken pictures of them as I was making them, figuring if I ever needed to go back or know how I made them or wanted to help resource people, then I would actually have those settings. And so if you're interested at the end of this video on how to get them, you can message me or comment and I'll get in touch with you somehow. But and also, if you hear my dog walking around, just ignore him. He's a German Shepherd, and he's very nosy and just likes to get into everything. And so, anyways, just to kind of give you kind of a basis of my tone, this is my guitar with just some overdrive and compression, nothing crazy, and it'll just kind of be the basis of the video and just blending tones in after I show you the difference between running POG and then not running a POG. So here would be my clean guitar. So that's just with the Morning Glory overdrive. And so just to get right into it, I run about I have 4 to 5 POG settings, and I run through all of those. And this is kind of my go-to. It's just a slight high octave. It really doesn't do a ton, but it does sit more up under the mix, and you can hear it a lot better when you're really driving leads and stuff. And so just to kind of show you how I would use that, here's without the POG2. Here's with it. Without it. With it. So you can kind of tell it's got that little high octave kind of tone. And so I would use that on something like, say, Lion, or even King of My Heart. Let's just do King of My Heart. So you would go through all of the choral, the chorus. And then even the driving part at the end. But where I would kick on the POG and add that in would be this right here. So say I don't have the POG on. This is what that little lead lick at the end would sound like. So that's without it. This would add it in. So I really like that kind of trail. It helps add with the reverb and stuff. So like here would be without it. With it. So I just kind of really like that high octave setting, and I use it for a bunch of different things. So like even in a song such as Lion and the Lamb, like the intro. I would use it for that sort of thing too. So again, without it, with it. So just a high octave setting, nothing crazy, just something that helps boost my lead tones a little bit. And then moving right along, my next setting that I have is a mix between a high and a low octave. and I use it primarily for Egypt. That's about the only song that I use it for, and so I'll demonstrate kind of what that sounds like right here. So this is without any overdrive or any reverb or anything. So that's with that. With it. So it has a high octave still, but it has that little low octave that helps tame it. Kind of add like a little, just a little oomph again to the lead line, and that's what I'm really going for here, is just to give a little push to it. So with reverb and everything, this is what it would come out as. So that's that setting. Again, it's very song specific, and I wish I had more stuff to use it on. I just personally don't use it a ton, but it works for that specific sound. So again, without it, with it. And then that actually takes me into my next one. So my next setting that I have on here is just a straight low octave setting, and let me find a good song to demonstrate that. One of my favorite songs that uses it a ton is on Here Is in Heaven by Elevation. And so one of the biggest reasons I even got this POG to begin with is to be able to do this sound. And so obviously you'd pick through the whole and then the POG part comes in. So just to show you what it sounds like with just some without overdrive even. So definitely that low octave. And it can also be used for that kind of My Testimony, uses that same kind of riff. And so with some overdrive and reverb and everything, so if I was really getting into that Here's in Heaven song, so again, a pretty basic, but it does give a lot to the lead lines, and which is what I'm looking for. So without it, with it, and so that's pretty much it for that. And then the next song that the next preset is a very specific song again, but I use the next one for God of the Promise, again by Elevation, and it is a super high octave with like some wet effects into it, so it just comes through really shrilly and helps me cut through for that lead line at the beginning. And this is what that here, let me cut the reverb and stuff off first. So this is what that would sound like with it or without it, with the POG. And so that POG setting really comes through after the fact, which helps on an octave sound like that, because it helps drag the reverb and stuff out. So it really helps when I do some like vibrato. And that's what this would sound like with reverb and everything for that song. So pretty cool settings for that. And again, it's very song specific, but I mean, you could technically use that for something like a very lead line. So you can use it for stuff like that, but again, very song specific. But if you play that song, hey, I've got you covered. And my next setting is something that I really don't use that much, but it's still cool. And I kind of tried to form something like the organ setting that Hislop has on his rundown. And so that I would kind of use that with like swells. And so without any reverb or anything, that's what this would sound like. So without it, with it. So if I add on like reverb and delay and everything and do some swells with it, here's what that would sound like. So that sort of thing, just really a fun kind of way to like mess around and stuff. But I have, like I said, I have all these presets. If you're interested in them, please message me. I'll hook you up, and we can discuss kind of like how I use them even. And so just if you're interested in any of my stuff, I do have Big Sky settings. I have timeline settings, and then I do have POG settings, and it's super easy. I'll send you a picture, and it has exactly where stuff is supposed to go, and I'll tell you even what they are, so you kind of know. And if you want to meet up and have a longer conversation, I am scheduling those as well. I've done several meetings now, and it can be about guitar related stuff, pedal board things, pedals, even ministry related stuff, which is really my goal in doing some of this stuff, is to really help share the gospel and to do some accountability with people, and kind of have a tighter knit community that's not just focused around guitar and worship. It's focused around the Lord, because that's what it is. There's my dog. If you can see that, I don't know. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, message me if you want any of this stuff, and we'll figure it out. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you.